the safe space. I am sometimes thought of as a misanthropic person. I have heard even my closest friends, those who are still left, refer to me as a thoughtlessly resuscitated mummy. I know this because of my mother, who has left me one precious instruction before she passed. In order to avoid disappointment, never hesitate to take appropriate measures to build an emotional safe space around yourself. One of these measures, for example, consists of installing high-end surveillance equipment in your closest friends' bedrooms. Bedroom talk is the one you want to get. Of course, one has to be capable of keeping up appearances once the sensitive information has been found out. What do I do once I know my friends see me as a mummy? Nothing. If I act, the safe space is breached. The danger space. Now that my reputation as a harpy has been established, one can imagine my joy at discovering the movie Roar, or more precisely, how its naive initial premise has been mangled by years and years of shooting into the cruel, relentlessly vicious parody of humanity that the movie is today. Filmmaker Noel Marshall's initial intentions were Disney-like, to say the least. Humans and wild animals living together, protecting each other from harm and showing the world how wonderful harmony between man and beast can be. I know for a fact that this harmony is a lie, and I've known this since my 30s, when after failing my medical studies in Dresden, I had to go back to my mother and live with her for 5 years. Her sickness turned her effectively into a wild and ferocious beast. At night, she would try to enter my room to ask for milk and garlic, just like a lion. I had a lock installed. She couldn't enter anymore, but I could still hear her scratching and scratching for hours and hours. For this reason, I knew that Noel Marshall's plan was doomed to fail. Roar. The movie would nevertheless enjoy a moderate amount of success as an exploitation flick, especially in East Germany, where teenagers would talk about it confidentially at school and wear lion disguises during forbidden reunions in dilapidated basements, in awe of its dark aura of most dangerous film ever made. Naturally, accidents during the shoot were legion. For example, director of photography Jan de Bont narrowly escaped death following an altercation with a particularly savage animal. We must then ask how much this dark encounter has contributed to shape Mr. de Bont's own future work, well known for its nihilistic tendencies. Director Noel Marshall himself got gangrene from his many injuries. How ironic for him to be responsible for single-handedly destroying the reputation of the lions and establishing them forever as the most vicious species that has walked the face of the earth. Well, lions, giving him gangrene wasn't good enough. Marshall was truly your worst enemy, and you should have got rid of him when you had the chance. The right food. But whether Noel Marshall's noble vision gone awry experiment actually needs to be seen is debatable. In some American states like Utah or Idaho, the film is now shown to preschoolers in order to increase awareness about the dangers of liberal thinking. However, as an adult, I find the moral behind the making of the film much more satisfying than the film itself. Although it is of course always an entertaining display to watch several species of carnivores, omnivores, and apex predators interact with each other in a confined environment. Remember, children, carnivora means eater of flesh. On a humanistic level, Marshall's naivete is unforgivable, and it is not nearly enough as an apology years later to express mere surprise at the fact that no one died during the shoot. I will here end my review of the film Roar and resume my daily life.